Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
That's Bruno Mars, by the way.
Bruno Mars.
On Radio 1.
Bruno Mars.
That's right. I know you love him. I know you.
Bruno Mars.
I know you love him, Paul. Who doesn't?
Bruno Mars.
All right, Ant, I know you love him too. Did you hear about Bruno Mars?
No.
Oh, my God. Do you know what happened to him?
No.
He was...
Pulled apart by horses.
Oh, no.
There was absolute...
Panic at the disco.
People running around. They knocked over.
Everything.
Why were the horses in the disco?
I don't know. But then, don't worry, he was put back together again by a man and an animal.
Noah and the whale.
That was a good one.
Do you know why horses aren't allowed in the disco? Because they're not wearing the right shoes.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason.
It does look like Downton Abbey on that shot, doesn't it?
You need some kind of... we need the appropriate music. If you watch it on the red button, when we have a lovely shot of the house and the gardens and everything, when it cuts to that, we need to have some, like... I'll cut to it again and just see if,
Like period drama music.
That's nice.
And then cut back to Dave.
Hello.
Okay, so let's talk Dominic Byrne. Dominic went on BBC Radio Cumbria yesterday to do a show with Gordon.
Gordon Swindlehurst, who's on...
BBC Radio Cumbria.
BBC Radio Cumbria.
So talk us through it. How was it for you, Dom? How was that?
It was brilliant, but also the most confusing 2 hours I think I've ever spent in my radio career thus far.
Which is French for why?
Essentially, well, merci, which is thank you. Essentially because they were speaking proper Cumbrian that only yokels speak.
What?
Yokels are yokels or locals, but they call them yokels.
Right. But is that a yoghurt?
That's
nearly.
Yakult. You're thinking of that drink.
No, that's when you're like into... Oh, okay, fine.
But Gordon Swindlehurst isn't from Cumbria.
He lives in Cumbria, but no, he's not born and bred. But there was somebody else in the studio who is from Shap.
What?
Shap.
Yeah.
Is it not nice there?
SHAP for Peter. And his name is Dickie Dippinson. Dickie Dippinson is hilarious. And he's very interested in sheep dip and all. He just likes dipping stuff, basically. But he is what you would call a yokel.
And his name is?
Dickie Dippinson.
Dickie Dippinson.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a yokel.
Yes.
And I didn't really understand much or any, in fact, of what he said. And the idea was that I would go on there and I would be educated in the Cumbrian ways and hopefully make entertaining radio.
Can I just say what was bemusing for me?
Yeah.
Me and Greg were listening to the show, and as Dave points out, there was a lot of this, the attitude of, which is all kind of friendly and joking, the attitude of, you're not from round these parts, are you, type thing.
Exactly.
But the guy whose show it is also isn't from around these parts and has a completely different accent.
He's from Lancaster.
So that was the weirdest thing to me. That was like having an Australian in New York going, oh, you Brits know nothing about America.
Yeah.
Well, hang on a second. So we have some clips.
Yes, we have some clips.
Yeah.
We have some clips. The first one is myself learning the Cumbrian dialect. Hey up, Mara. No idea what that means. An outstagan. Outstagan.
Right, we're going to have to talk about this. We're going to have to get you learned.
I've got it wrong, haven't I?
I'd say, who's the gun?
Who's the gun?
You taking the mic?
No, I'm just copying you. Is that right?
No, it's all right. I was just messing with you. No,
who's the gun?
Who's the
gun?
Gun. Hey, that's grand.
What does it mean?
It means who's the gun?
It means how on earth are you, old chap?
Oh, how are you?
Mara is mate. How's the gun?
Hey up, Mara. Hello, mate. Who's the gun? How's it going?
Let me ask you this. How long were you in the studio with this guy for?
2 hours.
Oh.
You know this Dickie Dippinson?
Yeah, Dickie Dippinson.
Why does he sounds like he has his mouth full. He sounds like he's got a gobstopper
It's
in.
He has large teeth.
Which fill his mouth?
Yeah, he's got a complicated mouth full of teeth. Yeah.
Is he a comedy character?
He is a comedy
Oh,
character.
that's debatable, Tina. I've
Yeah.
got to be honest with you.
Did you hear it for 2 hours?
Yeah, he's a character.
I didn't.
They've had it for 20 minutes and can answer that question.
But I mean, the whole point of me doing it was because I have a love for BBC local radio. As
Do you
know.
still have that love?
you did.
Yeah, no, I do. To be fair, I do. And one thing I like on any local radio station is when they do like a What's On guide in the area.
I heard you do that.
Yeah, and BBC Radio Cumbria, they had a cracking What's On guide, and I asked if I could read it, and Gordon said yes.
BBC Radio Cumbria.
The Guide.
Right, Dom, this is where you start earning your corn. This is where we tell folk what's going on round the spot.
Can I say I love this already? I've had a quick look at what is on, and there is a lot on. Would you like us to do it now, Gordon?
Carry on.
Right.
In your own style and
Okay,
time.
sure. Keswick Community Choir meet every Wednesday in term time from 7 till 9 p.m. at the drop-in centre on Heads Road. They meet for tea, but not just tea, Gordon. They have cakes and the chance to sing some new work and choral variations of a wide range of pieces. New members are always welcome.
Oh,
Always.
Did you go?
No, I didn't. I would have loved to go. 'cause
what
new
a
members
shame.
are always welcome. I could have been a new member.
I don't think tea would entice me, I've got to be honest.
Do you not think?
No, just tea. Did it have anything else? Tea?
Cakes.
Tea and cakes.
cakes.
We're there.
Hello, I'm there.
Exactly.
All right, so next.
Okay. Is that it from the What's On guide?
Yeah,
yes,
sadly,
it is. Okay,
that's
okay,
it.
fine.
That's enough.
So essentially, I'm not.
I was
really
sat in the garden here listening to you do that, by the way.
Were you?
I was texting you as
I
you
know.
were talking.
I didn't get this till afterwards, luckily. Then a question came up about my vegetables.
Wow.
I know.
Alfred Bogweasel has been on.
No,
No
seriously.
way. There's no one called Alfred Bogweasel. It's a
Apparently-
made-up name.
Apparently there is.
Surely.
Yeah. It might have been Jeff Bogweasel.
Alfred Bogweasel?
Yeah.
Alfred Bogweasel has been on. He says, how do God tell Dickie as book-raking clad with a bulldozer?
Well, see now what is going on?
But this is
He's
what I'm
not
thinking.
even from Cumbria. It doesn't make any sense. He's speaking in a Cumbrian voice to confuse you, but he's as much from Cumbria as you are.
true.
But you're from Norwich.
Alfred Bogweasel has been on. He says, how do God tell Dickie as book-raking clad with a bulldozer? And asked Dom if the turnips have struck down south yet. Yeah, I mean, are your turnips up?
Are my turnips up? My turnips are... Yes, they are up. Are they meant to be up?
Your turnips look like the curdled from here, Tom.
Do they?
Ah, it
Do they?
doesn't look so well.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping my turnips will be up and won't be cuddling.
Yeah, fair dues. And I think that's probably the best we can hope for.
Did he say cuddling or curdling?
Curdling. Curdling, I think. But I don't... I've no idea.
Was Lard there as well, or was it just Mark?
All the way through, Sam, producer Sam, is through the other side of the glass, and I'm kind of just looking to just basically mouthing the
help.
word
Get
help
me out of here.
all the way through. I was enjoying myself. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't held there against my will, but I was very keen to go home.
Okay, so the next clip is where I came in. Now you need to pay attention to what Dominic says, and I also need to point out that Dominic said this approximately 15 minutes into a 2-hour show. That's 15 minutes into a 2-hour show. Me and Greg were stood right here listening, and Greg goes, "Oh my God, have you heard what's going on?" So we were listening. So you've got to understand that you know Dominic says something, we were listening, and it was only 15 minutes in. This is what was going out when Greg made me listen to the show.
Well, while we're talking about making music, I should let you know that the gentleman to your left has become something of a YouTube phenomenon with stuff like this.
When the kids are feeling body and there's lots of dip to pick, maybe Yana Jana, then the maybe the other chick. New one's got a special Yana universal brand. It's the effort up the like I tell you, no it can. It's super classic, it's a mangy different out. It's super classic, it's a mangy different out.
Can I just say that song went on for about 5 minutes?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
If anyone's listening from Radio 1, I would like to go home now, please.
You said that on the radio.
15 minutes
I
in.
did. I felt I needed to just put it out there. We had an hour and 3/4 to go.
Fortunately, I slept through the first hour and 3/4 of the show.
Do you know what? I've got to say, Gordon Swindlehurst is brilliant, and he's really, really lovely. And his show is very, very good. And they had lots of texts and lots of people saying lots of nice things. Dickie Dippenson, I didn't understand anything he said all the way through, which was a handicap when you're kind of co-hosting with somebody who you don't understand. He may as well have been from Mars. I'm honest.
Or was it like the Howard Stern show where they have, characters? From all
that
walks
was Dickie Dippinson's radio debut yesterday.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that either until afterwards. So yeah, he's never been on radio.
Was it his debut and finale in one?
Possibly, possibly. I don't know, but it was lovely to meet everybody, and everyone was very nice on the text and email.
Gordon's nice.
Yeah,
He is nice.
He's very nice.
He's got 27 different neckerchiefs.
He's a neckerchief man.
Yeah, he is.
Look, can you all calm down, right? I know you're all desperate to say that Gordon is a nice man,
Oh, he
right?
is.
And he is a nice man, okay? However, seriously, we listened to the show yesterday. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Neither did I, and I was sat there.
It's very local, but hosted by a man who isn't local. That's what blows my mind.
Yeah. It's very yokel.
Mate, the thing is, mate, you just don't understand what it's like around these Cumbrian parts. What? Anyway, this is the point that Dave tuned in.
Dom, it's been a pleasure having you on today.
No,
Seriously.
no. To be fair, I heard the last 15 minutes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Right.
But unfortunately, the first hour and 3 quarters did clash with my post-show nap.
Did that? Yeah.
Yeah. You could have started later, so Dominic could have, Dave could have heard more.
Dom,
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure having you on today.
Gordon, seriously, thank you very much indeed. I really enjoyed it. I do have a bit of a thing about BBC local radio, and this has been a pleasure for me. Seriously, thank you very much.
And this is local because it's round here.
Well, it is. It's local. Absolutely.
There you are, Gordon. Can I say I've had an absolutely fabulous time. Just a shame you didn't have more than one microphone. Right, it's time for Comedy Dave's Tedious Link. Yesterday, of course, was what, Dave?
My Chemical Romance, I'm Not Okay. I'm Not Okay is what you would say if you were trapped down a mine shaft and were running out of air. Air is what we need to breathe, but is also the name of a two-man French production outfit whose hits include Sexy Boy and Kelly Watch the Stars. Stars are what you see a lot of on the red carpet at an awards ceremony like the Oscars or the Brits. Brits is what the Americans refer to us as in the same way that in slang terms we sometimes call them Yanks. The singular form of Yanks is yank, which is what you might have to do to an old-fashioned toilet system in order to make it work. Work is what you're looking for if you're unemployed and an active job seeker. If you move the last two letters of the word seeker and replace the first letter with an L, you get leek, which is a town in Staffordshire and also a type of green vegetable you might see with your Sunday roast. Roast is a type of cooking and shouldn't be mistaken for coast, which is what you would do if you're freewheeling on a bike, and also the word that describes the point where the land meets the sea. The sea is where you don't want to be if you're in a very small sailing boat and there's a very large storm brewing. The term brewing comes from the verb to brew, which is associated with both tea and beer, and the word brew rhymes with foo, which links us to this morning's Tedious Link classic, that being Foo
The Brew Fighters.
and times like these.
Oh, get it
Hello.
Can I loop the intro? Am I allowed?
Yeah.
Because I like this song. It feels. Let's see if this
Foo
works.
Fighters.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Love again. It sounds like these time and time again.
Foo Fighters. Times like these. I'm going to go ballistic when they play that. I'm hoping it's going to be like basically a greatest hits set.
I think it will be, for the most part.
Yeah. Can't wait. What was that? Was that you, Alad?
Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Who's that?
that?
Who's that? I recognise that voice. It sounds like a radio voice, but whose is it?
Who are you?
Good morning.
It's Greg J!
Hey!
Greggy Greg.
Live from Carlisle all this week.
He's got too much hair for his head.
BBC Radio 1.
It's quite humid today.
How you doing? You all right there? It's Dickie Dickinson here.
Oh, man.
That was,
Yeah, you been up with the turnips and the barrows? Turnips and the barrows. Barrows and the turnips. No, thank you.
Some of my favourite stuff yesterday on that show.
whatever.
Possibly. Well, you and I were listening to it, and it was...
We're listening to the comedy song.
But my favourite bit...
Oh, song, as you called it.
My favourite bit is that bit with Dom, 15 minutes in, and he's just his plea for help.
Yeah. If anyone from the BBC is listening, can I please go home now?
Absolutely. So, Greg.
Yes.
Another busy day yesterday in the country house.
It was. We had the army cadets here.
Oh, I'm so... It's a shame that I missed that.
Well, it wasn't as intense as I thought it was going to be, so you would have actually enjoyed it, Dave.
Did you know that I was taking pictures out of my room?
Were you? You said you were asleep.
Oh, the thing was that I thought it might be hard work, so I was hiding underneath my window, taking pictures out of there because I thought if you see me, you might enroll me into the army.
Oh, you said you were asleep.
No, I was hiding.
Oh, okay. It did look fun, though.
Yeah,
No?
it looked very much fun, especially the press-ups.
Yeah, but it was fine. They were lovely, though. Nice bunch. And then went to one of the BBC introducing gigs last night.
Oh, I couldn't make that, sadly.
Went to the Brickyard, which is a hot and happening new venue.
How was that?
In Carlisle.
Crazy nightclub.
It was really good. Very good, actually. And then just came back to the pub.